Hello students, today we will discuss questions based on our last class, that was Java MySQL CRUD operation on employee project. So today let us discuss questions on these. So one by one here you can see the questions. The first one is, what is class here and how it is different than the class? So here let me tell you, this class is actually is defined, already defined in your java.lang package of Java. And this class is having some functions which are being used to register your drivers that we can see here in the here you know we have this class. This class is already available in java.lang package. Java.lang package is by default available to Java programs. So this class is already defined there, and this class has got a method. That method is for name, which is being used to register your register your database drivers. And here is a driver class which is being used to connect with the SQL. It is working as as a connection between a database and your Java application. So as a whole connector, com.mysql.cj.jdbc dot driver. So this driver class is implementing actually your it is implementing your Java dot SQL dot there are so many classes in Java dot SQL. If you will just see, it is for that purpose. It is here you can see this is implementing so many classes, like one is a driver manager class is there, and there are driver classes there. So this class is implementing your Java SQL driver interface. Driver, this you can see here, this is driver is an interface here, and this is a class. So this class is using this java.sql driver interface to implement. So I have given here star. That means it is including all the classes of SQL classes, interfaces, and everything. Then in this this I have already said class C is capital here, keep in mind. So it is already defined class there. Now next thing comes out. What is the class here? In the class normal programming we use public class name in Java. So class is a keyword. This is another thing about class is a keyword which is used to create your define your classes, declare your classes, define your classes, that normally you do, like public class student, public class employee. So these two things are quite different. This is a class which is already defined in java.lang and being used to register your database drivers, and right now as we are working with Java MySQL, so Java MySQL .cj.jdbc dot driver class is being registered right now. So once this has been done, then next step comes out, what is driver manager. Now driver, if you go through off again in your program, what driver manager is doing here. Driver manager is another class in Java dot C. Here again you will have a clear understanding of this java.sql dot driver manager. So driver manager is a class here which is connected with the which is being used to set connection, get connections, and to implement the driver class this connector, implement this connector, because as this is registered, so now this is driver is one class and driver manager is another class there. And what all these are doing, this driver class, driver manager is doing, driver manager is setting the connection, setting it for disconnection. You can see there are so many functions of this one. getting the driver set, getting too many drivers. There are so many other things. It deregisters drivers if you want to register or deregister. Again, you can see in the driver manager we have got so many functions: setting drivers, deregistering drivers, and setting connections, and setting it is disconnecting everything. So here you can see all these functions and purpose of this driver manager class. Then after this, so in simple word, driver manager class is managing your connections, that is one, and second, registering, deregistering your drivers, registering, deregistering your drivers. And this driver class is implementing your java.sql driver interface, java.sql.driver interface. Then after this, next comes out which SQL command supports execute update. Here you will have to see, in SQL we have so many commands, but here the most of the commands which we will be using in operations, those are select, insert, DML command, data manipulation language we call it. So we will be implementing here insert, select, update, and delete. We have got 4 DML commands in that one, because here it is an update command. So it is, when it is an update command, you will have to think which commands can update your data. Like delete will be deleting data, so this is means database is getting updated that one record has been deleted or n record has been deleted. So it means this execute update will be used with the delete command. Second thing comes out update command. So update command will also be using this, because update command updates your data. Like sometime if you want to change employee name, sometime you want to change employees grade, sometime you want to change employees salary. So again this command will be used for executing your SQL commands which are related to your updates. Then one more command comes out, insert. Insert also inserts data in database. Again your database is getting changed, means in case of insert as well. But now one more command comes out, that is select command. Select command does not make any changes in your database until and unless you define the tables or something. Otherwise it's not going to change anything in your database. So select command will not come here. So we have got 3 commands here. Which SQL command supports execute this update? Insert, update, and delete. Insert, update, and delete. You can see here we have already used these. You can see db.dbinsert is a method. In that one, after having got connected with the database, we are using execute update here. See this command. This is statement is again a class object, and then this object is calling a method execute update. It means whatever you have given in SQL, and SQL is here, is your one statement, that is insert command. So when insert has been used here, that means we are executing with the update command. Execute update is using insert. Then after this, one more is coming up, db update. Again we are using execute update here. And then next is coming up delete, and delete is also using execute update. And then now which command not is there in that one? This is execute query command. So here you are just executing the executing query, but you are not making any changes in your database. So when you are not making, you will not use the execute update. So now hope it is clear. Then after this we will be moving to next one. What is the syntax for MySQL server connection? So please keep in mind here what you will be giving. First of all, registering class.forName is a register, and then what all you will have to define here. See, this you will have to keep in mind. Server connection. For server connection, you will have to define your port number. So firstly you must know at which port that particular server works. So here in this case, if we go back again, where our server is working here, our server is localhost. Now this, instead of this localhost, you can define it any website's address as well if you want. I mean, if it is on the website, and then port number will always remain 3306 for MySQL. For other SQL server and other, this will change. In Oracle, this will again change. So for server connection from Java, this is the syntax, please keep in mind. This is syntax. Here database part will not come. So what you will write, JDBC colon MySQL colon, then double slash means you are defining path of that one, and then here you are writing localhost. Localhost means again it is in the system itself. Right now, I mean, in a single machine computer, own computer, this is computer is a said always wherever you are running your program, that will be known as a localhost. But if you are setting a connection with the web application or web server database, then this will be having, this will not this will remain same, but here this will get changed to the website address. And when it will change to website address, now the MySQL database will be picked out from there. Then there onward, after that, if you are looking for database, then you can add this part. Otherwise this will remain till here. Then so what is the syntax? Syntax is JDBC colon MySQL colon double slash and then your website address, or localhost colon port number is 3306. So now I hope it is clear what is the syntax for MySQL server connection. So this was the syntax. All the time you need not to define their database name. When you are checking out for the server, you will be looking out that only, the whether it is getting connected to that one or not. It is for the purpose of your drivers and other thing. Then the onward you can create your database, and after that you can define your database name, and you can create tables there. Then after this, next comes out define statement and result set of SQL package. See, these are again what package we are using for getting connected with the database. We are using SQL package. So java.sql.star we have written there. That means whatsoever classes are available in the SQL, those classes will be used here for firstly for setting connection with the help of connection class. Then for creating statement, you will be using statement class. Then then for getting result from the SQL database table to a variable, to a result set object, to an object, that will be using your result set class. So whatever data is in your table, and from there to in any object, if you want to bring, then you will object will be of result set. So how this is happening, just let us see what all available we have here. So I'll just show you in SQL. First of all, let us go at the top. What all packages do we have? This this is java.sql package. See what all classes do we have here. See, here you can see you have got data, you have got java.sql. One is connection builder is also there, and driver is there. Then here prepared statement is also there, because this is also very important. Here you can see save point. Whatever SQL commands you issue on in any database, save point, rollback, all will be available. SQL data exception, SQL exceptions. See, these all are classes in your SQL, and those classes you are using here with the Java or either with the Python. Statement is again a class. So what is statement? Statement is a class. Here we will create an object of this statement to execute the SQL statement that you are giving. So here how we are doing here, see, go here in the insert, let us see this, what we have done. This is my SQL statement. This is my SQL statement, and now I want to execute this statement. I will have to create a statement. So what I have done here, I have created a statement like con.create statement. So for this connection, firstly you got registered with the driver, I mean com.mysql.cj.jdbc.drivers. Once you have got connected, now you will use a driver manager to get connected, with the connection with this, with this driver. So what we will use? We will use con. Con, what is con? Con is a connection class object. Here, what is this? Here, what is this? This is an object of connection class, and that has been set null in the very beginning, and then we have created another object, stmnt of statement result rs for result set. Now these all we have already imported here by using star, sql star. So it means these are available. Now once these are available, then what you are doing here, you are creating, initializing the statement object of the class. So first of all, what you are doing, statement equal to con dot create statement. So it means you are creating, initializing this, creating this object of the statement class. Once this has been, connected with the connection, and from connection to this URL is here, and the this is your server. So overall, I mean, if you go back, the link is clearly being, clearly showing here that drive server is database, firstly server, then database, then your, connection, driver manager connection, then your statement to that connection, and then finally statement executing your SQL. So here, with the help of statement, execute update is a method of statement class, and this is executing SQL, and once it is done, then statement will get executed. And similarly, now if we go to SQL query, here in the SQL query, you can see you are once you have executed this statement, now it is returning some data. So where that data is being passed on, this data is being assigned to rs. Rs is an object which is holding all the data of this SQL, and then you are using methods of result set. Result set has got some methods here. You can just see all methods here. You can see so many methods are there: after, last, before, first, close, delete row. All those methods are there because in this object we have got all the data. When we have got all the data, so many functions are available of this one, so that we can operate all those. Right now we are trying to traverse your rs object. So what we are trying to traverse, we are trying to scan while rs.next, means whatever records are there in that one, all will be scanned one by one, and those will be displayed here. So result set is a class whose object we are using here, rs, and this result set class object is holding all the data of statement which was executed with the for that connection, and then this result set is displaying all your information. So here result set and statement both are your classes which are being used to execute and hold scan the data that they have received from the database table. Then now, in which case of code testing SQL exception will be thrown here. Now let us go back. Here if we are giving insert command, say I'll run this command, SQL exception chance, I have given only exception here, you can change it SQL exception. So what will happen, let us suppose if you are defining this field name incorrect, if your attribute of the tables are incorrect, if table name is incorrect, then in that case what it will do, it will throw an SQL exception. This can be with insert command, display command, or with your update command, because wherever you are using tables and their attributes, because this is related to your database table and that database table is being accessed by SQL. So whenever this has some syntax error, this has some invalid field names, table names, then this error will be thrown, SQL exception error will be thrown. So you can write here SQL exception, and then you can put it something like this, SQL exception, and you can catch it here. So you can see what information it is displaying. Accordingly you can define your accordingly you can make your changes. So these I think we are done all these questions, and still if you have any query on these, please feel free to ask. And hope with this JDBC MySQL connection, CRUD operation, whatever typical things we have written there, all hopefully we have discussed here now. And this is very important, which you need to require. This is very important means this is required for registering your driver. Until and unless you will write this, your Java will not register it. And once it has registered, then you have got driver manager and a connection class to get connected with this URL and another thing. So hope, I think it will clear all your all your doubts or all your questions appearing class discussion. So thank you very much for seeing this, please.